I will be battling that bum Joey C. If anyone wants to watch me win a battle, my name is Stuttering John. You guys should know that by now. Saturday night I will be battling that scumbum Joey C. He should be in prison. They have prison for people like Joey C. They have prisons for people like the 30 failing shows. That's a confirmed fact, my friends. Thank you for supporting a good and decent man. That's me, John Stuttering John, world famous. I was the one. I was the man. I was the one on that Howard Stern show. I was the one on that Tonight Show. They wouldn't let the newspaper on that Tonight Show. He couldn't make it. Couldn't make it one day on that show. He couldn't even make it on the Howard Stern show. That's a fact. That's a fact, folks. No one gets to question the Duke. That's me. I am the one. I'm the most famous person in this Devilverse. That's a fact. Morning, Jenny. How you doing? Thanks for being here. It's always great to see Jenny. And I hope you're having a great afternoon, Jenny. Since I'm the Duke, I know everyone's time zone. I know it's the afternoon where you live, Jenny, but it is the morning over here in Buffalo, New York, 7:09 or 7:0 something in the morning. That's a fact, Jack. That's a fact backed up by documents, folks. Nobody gets to question the Duke. No one gets to question the Duke's authority. I am a good and decent man, unlike the dues payer. Hasn't been paying his dues, hasn't been paying his taxes. He's not even a man to respect. Oh, heading to bed. Thanks for checking in, Jenny. Appreciate that. See if we could do this here. Like I said, I am the Duke of this Devilverse. No one gets to question me, especially not some duded up, egg sucking gutter trash like the news payoff or anyone like Joey C. Joey Catalano from Catalano TV, which I will be debating and winning Saturday evening. My time. Might be Sunday morning for some people. And that's a fact, Jack. That's a fact backed up by documents, folks. I'm not a man to question. Irish, good morning. Everyone else, good morning. I can't see everyone. Roberta, good morning. Like I said, I'm the one. I'm the man. You know, there's some people running around here like the dues payer that don't respect laws, don't respect the Constitution of the United States, mainly because they can't read or write, or mainly because they just don't respect it. That's the dues payer. That's him. That's what he represents. That's what he's all about in this Devilverse. Doesn't mean we have to be like him. We're better than that. So we're here, driving our rich man's car, Mercedes-Benz SL420, rich man's edition, presidential edition. That's a fact, Jack. You don't question Duke and lie about it. Liars can be tricky nowadays. How could they do that? How could they feel good about that in this Devilverse? What about that? What about that evidence? What about that? Why'd the prosecution have to lie? What about the evidence? What about that dues payer? Why would anyone watch his shows? We know he's buying views. We caught him again. He was hoisted by his own petard, buying views from India. Over 60% of his audience is fake, buying views. That's what he does. He doesn't respect YouTube terms and conditions. He doesn't respect the laws. Most of them he can't read or write. Now, you have a man like me that graduated from New York University with honors, with a gold star, and you have a guy like the dues payer, failed out of second grade. Why would you respect that guy? How could you do that in this Devilverse? How could you feel good about that? There ain't not nothing you can feel good about that in this Devilverse at this time. Meanwhile, I am a good and decent man. This whole Devilverse revolves around me. We know that. We know the facts. We know this case. We know the facts. It's undisputed in America. Undisputed facts. Who would you guys believe? The dues payer or Stuttering John? I think we know the answer to that in this Devilverse. Oh, hope everyone's having a great morning. It's not crazy how it's pitch dark out in the morning, but that's okay. We're getting through it. Okay. Okay. KT, how you doing? Thanks for being here. Good morning. As you know, my name is Stuttering John. I am world famous. I was on that Howard Stern show. Then I went to the Tonight Shows and now turned into the Night Show. And for anyone that doesn't know the story, which I don't know how that's humanly possible, but I was a celebrity on the Howard Stern show. I made that show everything it was. I got the contracts for Sirius XM. When I got there, Howard was on 2 channels. I made that station everything. He would have been canceled in the early 80s if it wasn't for me. That's the thanks I get. No thanks at all. I showed him. Jay Leno appreciated me. I got paid $500,000 on the Jay Leno show until its show ended in 2014. That's the kind of guy I am. And we have the dues payer. Streams out of his mom's basement. He can't read or write. He can't pay his bills. That's him. That's his prerogative. That's what he deals with. We don't have to follow in his. He follows in our footsteps. Copies us. Everything we do. Every show we go. For every show I successfully do, the dues payer does 4 failing shows. We know he's a failure. We know his history. We know the evidence. The evidence is the dues payer is a failure. He has no degrees. He has no certificates. In this case, this is a case about me, a good and decent man. I don't lie. I don't cheat. I will be debating Joey C this Saturday on Poe on the Go. That's a fact check. What can we say about failures? What can we say about that dues payer? What about the rest of them? 30 failing shows go on. They're worse than the dues payer. What about that? The network is growing. That's how cancer is. It spreads like cancer. You got one rotten seed, one rotten apple, infects the whole lot. That's this case. That's the problem in America. That's the problem with dues payers. He doesn't like to pay up. We're going to show him. We're going to show him on this network. That's a fact check. You don't question Duke and lie about it. How could you do that? How could you feel good about that? There ain't not nothing you can feel good about that in this Devilverse at this time. Liars can be tricky. So you don't trust this evidence. You don't trust the dues payer. He's not a man to trust. He's not a man to respect in this Devilverse. I'm not like the dues payer. I've never committed crimes like the dues payer. The dues payer is gone. He couldn't even go bankrupt. He couldn't follow through on that. He can't balance a checkbook. That's him. That's his crimes. We don't have to follow in his footsteps. He follows in our footsteps because he doesn't have an original thought in that tooth-paying head. That's him. That's the story of the newspayer. We don't have to accept it. We don't have to acknowledge it. We should report it. I hope everyone's having a great morning. Except for the newspayer, except for the 30 Failing shows. They don't know what we know in this case. They don't know the evidence. That's all they do is lie and cheat. Everything we've done has been above board. Okay? In this case. So, that's what we're dealing with. That's our side. We don't worry about their side. We're on the right side of the law. I'm a good and decent man. Morning, Mike. As you know, the newspayer is guilty of crimes. And as you know, I will be debating Joey Catalano, Joey C, Saturday night, 8 p.m. Buffalo time. You can watch it on 3 different streams. You can pick you can watch it on Catalano TV, Poe on the Go, or Clearwater Chat's nasty criminal channel. That's going to be 8 p.m. I, Stutter, and John will be debating Joey Catalano Sunday night versus Saturday night. I don't even know. One of the nights. Saturday night. I think it's Saturday night. Yeah, Saturday night. It'll be the best show of your life. We're going to be calling Joey out about his wife, about his crimes. You guys don't want to miss it. That's a confirmed fact. Like I said, there's 30 Failing shows going on. I'm dealing with Clay's malfeasance. I'm dealing with Rob Saul crying like a little girl about his phone. I don't want to hear that no more. I gave him $40 that should have covered any inconveniences that he has. That's a fact. Hope everyone's having a great morning in this Dabbleverse. This is the Dabbleverse, folks. This Dabbleverse was created because I'm a good and decent man. The people know that I'm the biggest star. You can visit my star on Hollywood Boulevard. It's right next to Ron Howard's. That's a fact, Jack. You don't question the Duke and lie about it. Liars can be tricky in this Dabbleverse. Lies, lies, lies. What can we do about liars? What can we do about liars? And the dues payer. The dues payer belongs in prison. We got prisons for people like that. 8x8 cells, too good for him. Concrete cell. With no carpeting. He just hose it down when it gets dirty. He doesn't deserve. This payer doesn't even deserve to go to commissary. He deserves his meals shoved in his face. He doesn't deserve an hour of rec time. He deserves solitary confinement for his crimes. For picking on the Duke. That's me, a good and decent man. A reputable man. A man more successful than most. I'm a leader in my community, okay? I've given back more than I've taken in this lifetime. That's a fact. Not a man to question. Not a man to mess with. I'm a man to respect. A man to fear. I'm the Duke. I'm the one. Thank you for being here and agreeing with me, folks. Newspayer like I said, we got jails, we got prison people like that. People that don't pay their taxes, try to go bankrupt and fail, trying to ride on my coattails. We're not going to let that happen. It is not going to happen. It is not going to work. Not on my watch. Not this time. We can talk about things like this newspaper, but you got to be responsible when you talk about me. I have people monitoring your movements. I have people monitoring your disgusting channel, which I call a network almost comically. Okay, it's not a network. You're not a producer. We know what your producer did. We know what he's guilty of. 6,000 images. That's not a mistake. One might be a mistake. If you click on something one time and you automatically click back and delete it and said, I didn't mean to go to that page, I was looking for something else, that might be a mistake. 6,000 times is not a mistake. That's not an accident. We're not going to believe that. Not in this case. That's his mentality. Someone that failed out of second grade, he doesn't know right from wrong, doesn't know left from right, up from down. He doesn't know basic arithmetic. He doesn't know how to tell time with the clock. He doesn't know that. He can't even read a digital clock. That's the newspaper. That's him. We don't have to acknowledge him. Hope everyone's having a great day. We're almost finished with this for the morning. I'm sure we'll come on later. Like I said, we're going to be monitoring the newspapers' movements. It's not fair. He goes on and picks on it. It's not fair in this country, in this great country of ours, with the Constitution, the Declaration of Independence, the Magna Carta, which the newspaper doesn't even know what that means. It's our job to teach him. But we shouldn't have to. If you would have paid attention in second grade, you could have made it to third grade. At least get yourself an 8th grade education, newspaper. At least be somewhat respectable. But he can't. He can't handle the truth. There ain't nothing he can handle about the truth. That's what we're dealing with. That's what we're up against. As you guys see, I'm a good and decent man. I'm a family man. Support my ex-wife. Support my kids. Newspaper plays video games all day. What can we say about that? We know what he is. Oh. That's the facts. We talk facts on this network, folks. And we are coming to the end, like I said. Hope you guys have a great day. This is the Duke, signing off. Thanks for watching. Thanks, you too, guys.